on a little nature walk.
So years before I even started van life, I was thoroughly obsessed with wildlife photography, and it was one of the things that I was like quite literally obsessed with. Since moving into the van, I haven't really felt, like obsessed with much, and it's kind of sad, and it's led me to kind of feel depressed, purposeless. I miss having something to look forward to, something that I can be so overjoyed with. No matter, even if I couldn't find wildlife, I still was just happy being out there. One issue I have with the desert is usually catch these right into your body. Ow! Gosh dang it. Oh, that's in there deep. They got barbs at the end of them, and they hurt like hell, and it's so hard to want to pull it out of your own dang finger. Oh, this sucks. Where is it? Okay. No pain, no gain. Fuck, it's still in there. Oh, it hurts so bad. Whoo! So when I initially hit the road, my big thing was I was going to be a wildlife photographer. And I took off in my Honda Element and this EOS R and the lens, and that was all I had. I didn't have this camera that I'm holding right now, the Canon R6, which is now my workhorse. God, now how naive was I, thinking that I would be able to go and make a living at wildlife photography. I had no clue what that entailed. Back at home, it was easy to find wildlife just because that's where I was from and I knew where they were. And every time I would go to spots that I knew were good, I would always find something. And as soon as I hit the road, I realized how monumental my ambitions were. They were freaking huge. And now I'm a little over 2.5 years into this nomadic life, and I have found a way to still do wildlife photography somehow and get paid for it in the most unusual way. So as fate would have it, I had a few opportunities with two companies, Modern Day Sniper and Recoil TV. Modern Day Sniper introduced me to Recoil TV, and I ended up getting the job at Recoil TV. And between them both, I filmed, I think, a collective of 5 different hunts. I know that seems like, hey, you're a wildlife photographer, and why are you hunting? Well, I think hunting's way more sustainable than farming, and a bit more ethical. And the men that I go with, they treat the land with respect more than most people do. I live out in public land, so I see it all the time. I see people disrespecting the land all the time. I myself am a quarter Native American. My people have hunted their entire lives, and it feels right. It feels like that's what I do. I haven't hunted yet, but I film them hunting. But it also allows me to be in wild places for days at a time. I get to see things most people don't get to see. I get to run into bears and big elk and just whatever's roaming out there, and it's fulfilling the thing that I want, and that's to just be out in these wild places. Yeah, I never thought in a million years I would be filming hunts. It's crazy. I'll leave some of the links down below. Some of them turn out really well. Like I become kind of impressed with myself. If you're against it, I totally understand. I haven't shot an animal yet. I don't even know if I can, to be honest with you. I just love being outside. And the guys that I go with are so humble. They almost don't even have egos. They're straight from the heart. They're all veterans from the military. most of them snipers, special forces, you know, like, I hang out with some real tough dudes, and I'm kind of not, you know, but it's nice because it forces me to kind of man up a little bit, you know, like, they have to rely on me to capture the content so they can continue making money, so then I can continue to get paid. You know, it's a big responsibility that's on me, you know, to make these things happen, and I really like it. On the flip side, my other job is I film tiny homes for tiny home tours on YouTube, and I film other people living in vans like I do, and luckily through that I've made a lot of friends who do van life, bus life, and whatever they live in, you know, it doesn't even matter. And on the 21st of January, I'll be at Schoolypalooza, where I'll be seeing a ton of my old friends, most of them people who I have filmed. Brenda, who you've seen in most of my videos, that's how I met her. Filmed her tour last year, January 4th, and now look at us, we're dating. It's pretty cool. But yeah, overall, like, super thrilled how my life has progressed, and, you know, I feel like I'm just barely scratching the surface with these expedition style films that I like doing. And, you know, I'm really hoping to make more. I feel like this is just kind of the beginning of it all. I'm kind of cutting my teeth on, you know, figuring out what gear works well for going outside, and what kind of batteries I got to bring, how am I going to charge everything while I'm out there, which I'm going to make a video of because I'm sure it's going to be useful to someone. You know, there's a whole list of logistics. And to be honest, living on the road and doing this type of filmmaking is really nice because I can just drive to these locations. I have my whole, like, studio there with me, basically. It's freaking awesome. And I wish I could have more of these opportunities so I can just keep rolling up like that and, you know, show folks, like, hey, there's another way to become a filmmaker if you really want to become a filmmaker. I never thought I did. I think I just like telling stories. And again, I just like being outside. And this camera is kind of like my meal ticket to going outside and getting paid to go outside. I've been thinking about this since I was a kid. Like, how can I get paid to go camping? Wow. Like, you know, like that was really, that felt like such a monumental thing. And to be honest, it just took a few steps and here I am. Freaking doing it. I'm camping every day of my life for the last 2.5 years. And I get paid pretty well doing it. As long as I do tiny home tours, that's my main gig. As long as I keep doing tours, which I am at Schoolypalooza, you know, I get paid well and I get to keep living on the road. It's so freaking cool. So if you got some dream, aspiration, something I never thought it would happen, and it happened. At least it's happening. It's starting to happen. You know, like, when it seems like it's not working, it's working. It's so weird. I know you probably don't believe me, and you probably think to yourself, like, oh, not me. Like, dude, gal, whoever's watching, like, I was the same thing. I wasn't buying it. And I still don't buy it. Sometimes I still don't believe what I'm doing. Like, I don't go on these expeditions all the time. I've only been on like 5 of them. There's other filmmakers that go on them constantly. But they've also been doing this for a lot longer. So just keep going. Keep doing what you do. Even when it seems like it's not working, just keep going. You have to keep going. You have to keep moving forward, even if it's a little bit. Even these videos I'm making right now, like, I stopped doing these after a while because my low self-worth kicks in. It's like, hey, you're an idiot, stop it. And it's like, okay. But here I am holding the camera, still doing it. Even if this gets 5 views, I don't care. The point is that I did it. And that's the mentality I think you have to have if you really want to, like, obtain the thing that you really want, big or small. I'm gonna sit around here and wait for some wildlife, see if we can conjure up a little coyote or a desert mule or bird. I don't care, whatever it is. See you in a little bit. Alright, losing light. My battery light is flashing on my camera, so that means that's almost dead. But yeah, just wanted to talk to my camera, post it to YouTube, see who else can get some inspiration. Maybe they get some out of this, maybe you don't. I don't know. Whatever. The practice is post and just talk about my human experience in hopes that it's helping someone else, hopefully you. Yeah, feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about anything. Yeah, I haven't figured out, like a tagline yet or anything, so see ya.